Manchester United 4, Liverpool 0. Erik ten Hag kicks off his Manchester United managerial career with a victory. Marcel, Mr. Positivity, Mr. Optimism. How you feel about that?
Very good, very good. 4-0, we're always going to be happy with that kind of result. I think a game of two halves, though, for sure. The first half was, the half where we were most dominant, clear kind of Ten Hag philosophy, a little bit in there, good performance from Varane in terms of his passing range. Lindelof wasn't really there too much in the game, but, still very solid. 4-0 at the end of the day. We haven't conceded any goals. A couple moments where we was open, they did get through us and we was kind of lucky to not concede. But, very brave. Everybody kind of got back behind the ball and was organised again. So, positive in that. The front three as well, Owen, I think really good. Martial, definitely surprised. Got man of the match at the end.
You had a lot to say about Martial.
Yes. No, you're right. And, and he's definitely surprised. Definitely surprised me. Sancho, very sharp, looked very skillful. Moments on the left, moments on the right as well. Rotation was there from all of the forwards, really. Rashford was a bit he hid a lot, in that first half. He wasn't particularly great. But it's that midfield section that we've been talking about, as fans. We know that that's the main issue and the priority issue, above the De Gea situation, above the Martial situation, Bruno, the lot, even Maguire. It's that midfield was the issue. And today it showed, if there was a problem in that first half, it was, breaking down in that midfield, either the passing, even maybe, the transitional phases. It was that midfield that wasn't particularly great. Scott didn't have the best of games. Fred scores a fantastic chip.
What a goal.
Fantastic. Yeah, he scores a fantastic chip, as we said. But that first half was definitely the best bit of the whole game. The second half then comes along, Owen, and when you completely change the side, it just looks so dysfunctional. But and that's a testament really to the lack of strength and depth that we have. I think, we don't have lots of quality off the bench, and even sometimes, through last season, we were looking at the bench and thinking, oh my gosh, who does he bring on? A similar kind of thing today in terms of the complete change of side, the quality. We just couldn't start any attacks. The goal that we do score is a goal that, in our DNA, or we're commonly scoring counter-attack. And it was a really good one. Eric Bailly kind of started it, gave Thiago Alcantara the shimmy or the step over, and then we go off to score. Facundo scores a very nice finish. I don't know. I think there's positives to take from
always. There's always positives. Right?
Yeah, there's positives definitely to take, but we can't get too carried away. Like everyone's been saying today, we're all saying, we can't get too carried away. The first game, but it's a positive, and these players will definitely take that in terms of bragging rights. I'm definitely taking it as bragging rights. We need to be careful though. I think the wing backs did look a little bit of an issue. Luke Shaw got roasted in that first half. Wan-Bissaka didn't look particularly great either as well. So we're still looking. I wanted to see players like Ethan Laird. Hannibal doesn't get to show up in this kind of game. Ahmed wasn't good enough. Facundo didn't show the best of moments, but was decent.
Go.
No, you're right. And Elanga as well was a bit shaky in there. Nothing really stuck with him. But overall, 4-0. You got to be very happy with that result.
I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit here, Marcel, because before we started recording this, you were shouting at the television screen, Bruno is my captain. Now, of course, he was the captain today because no Harry Maguire. But is this a consideration that Erik ten Hag needs to make for the season going forward?
It's a good question. I think no matter what it is, I'm going to trust Ten Hag this season, whoever it is. And that even is De Gea, Maguire. It doesn't matter about my agenda. That's not important. It's about backing this manager this season. But if there's anyone to me that looks like a captain for me, Owen, it's definitely Bruno Fernandes. I just have that feeling that he's somebody that's going to be on side with all of the players. And all those other players, maybe De Gea is in that ilk as well in terms of he's well-rounded in terms of relationship with the players. But Maguire and Ronaldo right now just seems a bit too toxic.
I also do want to talk about Anthony Martial. Great goal, one-on-one with the keeper, dinks it over him. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on about Ronaldo at the moment. Is he being offered to PSG? Is he offering himself to PSG? We don't really know what's going on with that at the time of recording this. But if you're Erik ten Hag, are you looking at that first half performance from Martial and saying, actually, you know what? Maybe he can offer us something this season?
Pressing is a big thing that we kind of noticed there. That wasn't a feature of his game, or the hunger, the desire, the body language to press wasn't really there last season for me, or what he's done in his previous tenure for the club. But really, really good positive signs. Confident finishing as well. Confident, link-up play was there as well. A little bit of involvement for the Fred goal as well in terms of being in the right areas to have to take on possession. When Bruno goes up and is playing in the high places, he's coming into the midfield line. So combination, understanding of play, smiling a lot. It's positive. Early though, it's very early. We don't know what's going to happen throughout the tour, but very early signs. Also, I would like to just speak on the younger players. I think Savage played really well, and Zidane, and I think their level potentially could be higher than Scott's in terms of as a midfielder growing into the game. They could potentially be a lot better than Scott.
So who starts for that next game then? Is it McTominay or is it Charlie Savage or is it Zidane Iqbal?
It's a really good question. And James Garner's also a name to throw in there as well. I would say maybe I would like to see Savage have another game in there. And alongside somebody like Fred, who's got a lot of energy but more confidence to go and break lines and get higher up the pitch and affect the game up there. So, yeah, really positive.
There you go. As always, room for positivity, cautious optimism, as always with Marcel. Manchester United 4, Liverpool 0. Pre-season starts with a bang.